What's cracking, everybody? New video. Hopefully it's a quick one. So, I was thinking about this story. Remember, I'm from Santa Barbara. So, we're on the beach. And so when I paroled in 1993, one of the things me and a handful of my homeboys I used to kick it with, one of the things we used to like to do was we used to like to get a boogie board. Now, why we always got one, because there was usually like 4 or 5 of us. Why we always got one was stupid. Because what we would do is we would go to the beach, we would get drunk, and then try to catch waves on the boogie board, which was fucking hilarious, man. And just for your information, there's 2 places called the 1,000 Steps out here. There's the wooden ones and the concrete ones. We would go to the wooden ones right off of Mesa Lane. But anyways, so we would go and we'd all wind up arguing with each other. Like little ass kids. It's my turn, Holmes. You just went. Nah, he went. I didn't go. It'd be, and we'd be mad, but laughing at the same time, like fucking kids. And we're all like 18, 19, because I had just paroled, right? So one day, I'm with my homeboy Chino. At the time, he was my road dog, right? And we're at my mom's pad, and he was like, "Hey, fool, let's just go, me and you. We'll go to the beach, eh? We'll go boogie boarding." I said, "All right." And I went into my mom's room, and she was like, "Where you gonna go?" And I said, "Oh, we're gonna go boogie boarding. I gotta figure out who has a boogie board." And she goes, "Well, what about Frankie, my cousin? He lived around the corner." I said, let me go see. So we drive across the street, like Cheech and Chong in that one movie. We drive across the street, boom, it's kind of like on the corner though. And I knock on the door, and of course, my primo's at work. So my tia answers. She was babysitting for him, right? And I love my tia, but she was going a little hard that day. She was like, "Mijo, yes, Frankie has 2 boogie boards, but he's not here, mijo, and I just can't loan those out." And I was like, "For real?" So it's like, it's boogie boards. It's not like I'm asking to borrow his car, tia. You know, she's like, "No, mijo, but I can't." All right. So I jump back in the car, drive a couple blocks over. I lived on San Pascual at the time. Anybody that knows Santa Barbara knows. I lived on San Pascual, which is the gangster street on the west side. I went 2 streets over, right? I went to Chino Street. I didn't know where I was going to go, but I turned up on Chino Street. Now, Santa Barbara has a history of having several families that are really well known. And on Chino Street, there was a very famous family, well-known family. Actually, Chuck Liddell and his brothers used to fight this family every time that it was on site. You know, they say Chuck Liddell's from San Luis Obispo. No, he's not. He's from Santa Barbara. So the family that whose pad I was passing was the Gallegos family, right? And there's 6 brothers, and they're fucking crazy. Or there was 6 brothers. And so as I'm driving up Chino Street, I noticed the kids running around in front of the Gallegos family, right? And I looked, and they had whatever brothers that were in the house at the time, they had them all cuffed up and sitting on the curb. So I slowed down and I look, and one of my homeboys, one of the Gallegos, looks at me and he shakes his head like it's all bad, right? Their old ladies are right there, and so I'm knowing, because the oldest brother, he doesn't do it no more, but back then he used to sling dope, right? So, I'm knowing like, okay, I need to get to Rudy's pad. That was when I used to sling at the time. I got to get to Rudy's pad and give him the heads up. The Hudas might go to his pad next. He lived 4 houses away from where my mom lived, right? So, boom, I punch it. Get to the corner, turn right, bam, turn right. Now I'm back on San Pascual. And I pull in, Chino sitting shotgun, right? So boom, I jump out and I go to the fucking front door. And I see Rudy's old lady right there. And I knock on the door. Boom, boom, boom. And she looks at me like, who in the fuck are you to knock on my door? She doesn't say it, but she gives me that look, right? And I was like, try to wave because, like I said, the Gallegos family's like went crazy. So I wave like, hey, what's up? And she just looks at me and turns her head. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, man, maybe she's tripping. Maybe she's drunk or something. So, boom, boom, boom. I knock some more, right? She gives me that same look. And Chino goes, hey, Holmes, what is she doing? And I said, she's acting like she don't see me, but she's looking right at me. And Chino tells me, hey, let's just jam, Holmes. Fuck this. And I was like, nah, hold up. And I knocked again. Boom, boom. And she ignored me, right? And I was like, now I'm mad. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with her? I'm trying to help her and her husband. And she's fucking ignoring me, right? And Chino goes, let's jam. And I was like, hold up, Holmes. Let me get this. And when I turned to look back, there was a little window on the front door, right? The little lace curtains, you know how raza get. And when I was like, hold on, Holmes, let me do this real quick. And when I turned around, with one hand, somebody had moved the curtain, and the other hand, there was a gun pointing at me through the window, right? And I just hear a voice say, I'm going to open this door right now. And when I open it, step in. So I was like, oh, man. And the guy was just, like I said, are crazy. They turn on people that they grew up with, man. They're fucking like Doberman pinchers, eh? So the door opens, and I step in. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I forced myself in on a drug bust. The motherfucking sheriffs were in there. Why didn't fucking his old lady go like, get out of go? You know what I'm saying? She gave me that look like, you motherfucker, don't be knocking on my door. Instead of, she should have been like, one time. You know what I'm saying? Something. Man, I'm on parole. I go in there. Luckily, keeping it real, I used to be broke all the time, right? And so I go in. They fucking cuff me up, and right away, when you're on parole, you gotta say, I say, hey, check this out, I'm on parole. My ID's in my pocket, my wallet's over here, my parole officer's fucking card, whoop, whoop. And he looks at me, goes, you're on parole? And I go, yeah. And he goes, all right. He goes, what are you doing here? I came to get a boogie board, sir. He was like, what? But I didn't have no money in my wallet or my pocket, so he knew I wasn't there to buy. You know what I'm saying? So he goes, what? And I said, yeah. I said, I live 4 houses down. You could call my mom and ask her when I left the pad, what did I say? Matter of fact, you could call my tia and ask her what I tried to pick up, right? And he's like, yeah, fucking boogie board. I go, look at all these kids. He got kids, eh? They got boogie boards in here somewhere. So we go sit on the couch. Well, Chino's fat ass is still sitting in the car, probably wondering what's going on, right? And they were like, who's in the car? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Picked him up. He's hitchhiking. I don't know his name. I don't know who that is. So they go outside. I didn't know. You know how they get down. That was on me. I take that back. They radioed in about the guy in the car. And the guy, there's fucking Hudas hiding in bushes everywhere up and down the street because they're telling him what he's doing. He's just looking in the mirror. He's looking around, this and that. And they were like, okay, get him and bring him in. So the Hudas that were out there somewhere go and get him and bring him in the house. And he looks at me like, man, what happened? I was like, I don't know what just happened. We're never going to tell this story. And here I am telling the story that I forced the cops to grab me and my homeboy because I forced my way in on a drug bust. Laugh now. I'll wait. Chingao. And so then I hear Rudy. And Rudy was arrogant. Rudy's in the fucking other room. They got him cuffed up walking around the house. They're tearing everything up, right? And Rudy's like, look, you guys think you're slick. I saw the first guys go post up behind this bush. I saw the other guys post up behind that tree. You know, I've been doing this shit. You guys never catch me. Listen, I'm like, this was crazy as fuck. Well, when Rudy comes in the living room, he sees me and he's pissed. So when the Hura like kind of goes in the other, they're in different rooms, right? But they're keeping an eye on us, but they're not always in earshot. And he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, what the fuck you doing at my pad, Holmes?" Because he's thinking like, fuck, this dude's probably got money on him. They're gonna say I came to buy. And I go, "Hey, fool." I go, "I was going by your mom's pad. And the Juras have all your brothers fucking cuffed up on the sidewalk." He goes, "Oh, serio?" And I go, "Yeah, I was trying to give you a heads up." And he goes, "Oh, all right." And right when he said that, the Jura comes back in and he goes, "Hey, so why did you say you're here?" And this fool changed his whole tune. He was mad at me a second ago. And then now he's like, "That's my homeboy. That's why he came over. He came to let me know that you motherfucker." And I was like, oh my God, this motherfucker. And by the way, this is dead skin. Don't fucking get in the comments and say I got a booger. I got dry skin right now, right? I put Nivea on and I'm trying, all right? But anyways, so he's like, "This is my fucking homeboy, this and that." And I was like, this crazy motherfucker. Then out of another room, I don't know where this vato's been. I don't know if he's been under a bed. I don't know what the fuck another fool comes in, and this fool, I guess it was my homeboy's wife's brother, right? And this fool had like boxers and socks on. Fool, this ain't your house, put some clothes on. But they bring him into the living room, and this fool looks around at me and Chino and sees everybody else, and he tells the Jura, he's laying on the floor, and he goes, "Hey, you know what, man? You guys been here like 6 fucking hours. Why don't you just take us all to the county jail and get it over with?" I said, "Hold up, homie. Why don't you go to the county jail? I just got out. Don't speak for me, fool." But anyways, they cut me loose. They cut Chino loose. I think they cut everybody loose because all they found was money. They didn't find no fucking drugs, and they found guns that were registered to my homeboy, so everything was legit. And but that's the story for you guys to laugh at. I'm gonna try to download this or upload whatever the fuck I do to get this on YouTube, and it's gonna take a lot of hours because there's no reception where I work. Everybody be safe, be smart, tell the ones you love that you love them. All right, I'm out.